At this point of time, what we look for is productivity, what we look for is customer satisfaction, and what we look at is profitability. All these three parameters, when you bundle them together, when you look at a solution, if you get all three things together from one single solution, it is the ultimate thing. The Salesforce as a CRM software has come out maybe 9 out of 10 when it comes to basically catering to the organization's objectives. Brigade actually had chosen Salesforce 5 years back. Any system takes its own time to get settled into an organization, but with regard to a Salesforce, what we have seen in last 2 years is basically strengthened it further. We had a lot of options to consider about another software in the market, quite more enabled for real estate industry specifically, designed for real estate industry specifically, but we chose to be with the software which has been implemented for the last 5 years.
One of the first parameters was I did have a great experience working with Salesforce. The second was, of course, Salesforce was one of the first entrants into the real estate CRM software space. The third reason was, of course, it was open to a lot of customization that the industry required.
Salesforce provides a ready-made platform wherein they can get into all prospects, all their follow-ups, and it acts as their brain. They don't have to remember anything. Everything is captured there and they know when to call back someone. So I would say that the impact has been quite positive, and it has helped us grow our revenues year on year, probably around 25-30% to that extent.
We did not have marketing as a function in mind when we started our Salesforce journey. It was essentially meant to be a lead lifecycle management system. So when we eventually started integrating other parts of the marketing function, larger marketing function into Salesforce, we realized that it needs to be a system that integrates everything from the campaign that is required for lead generation to the time the person has actually made a booking and has been moved on to the ERP system that comes next in line.
We've been growing double-digit growth on an annual basis. As a listed company, we have a lot of norms to be taken care when it comes to basically customer satisfaction, customer complaints. You are a listed company. SEBI looks into more simple things when it comes to looking at those, as simple as what customer complaints were there, how they were resolved. We basically have created a platform where customer starts rating us, customer starts sharing his feedback. So this whole feedback flows back into the system, saying that as a management, what do we need to take next steps, how it can be enabled. This can only be possible once you have a good platform backing you in the back end. What is more important is being proactive rather than being reactive. In a proactive approach, what happens is you basically have a partner coming and telling you what are the best practices, what is happening in the industry, how our problems can be solved into a solution, how it can be simplified. All those things need to come into the partnership. And a regular interface, regular meetings, regular reviews actually helps the product to be much better and much more robust. What our experience has been with ET Marlabs is primarily we have been 9 out of 10 in most of these points when it comes to basically attending a customer and making the life simpler for the customer when it comes to customer satisfaction.
We came across ET Marlabs and we saw that the promoters had a rich experience. They worked with very leading IT companies abroad, and they already had a infrastructure in place. We were probably one of the first to adopt, but meanwhile we could see that the infrastructure, the people, everyone are there in place, and we found that ET Marlabs has the capacity, the capability to deliver what we were looking at, and within the timelines that we wanted it to happen.
With ET Marlabs, more than the technology front, what has worked well with us is their understanding of the business requirement. And of course, a lot of other inputs from the initiatives that have been taken in Salesforce implementation from people in other industries. How could they work well for our business, and hence making the end product more effective for the business rather than just for the technology or the people using it.
The team, which is really very dynamic and patient in hearing, delivery in time, and the support as well as the implementation team for different phases of developments, what we have enhancements, what we have done in Salesforce was really exciting. And the acceptance of the solutions which were delivered by ET Marlabs by the teams which were using all these solutions was amazing.
When ET Marlabs came to us, it was called Extentor, and it had probably had just a couple of clients, and we were one of the first big clients that they connected with and started working with. And I've seen it really growing now and working with big names. And recently when I met up and saw the list of clients that ET Marlabs is working with, it was really a great pleasant surprise. Going forward, I can just wish them a lot of luck to grow much faster and bigger.